Here are the top 5 mistakes that sellers make when trying to sell their fixer-upper home. Now, the first one is going to shock you. The number one mistake I see sellers make: listing the property. Now, all my realtors out there, you're going to get mad at me because you're going to say statistically, realtors are going to get you more for your property that you could have got by selling it yourself. Here's when that applies: if the property is priced correctly. What I generally see with realtors is that, let's say your property is worth $500,000, the realtor is going to suggest you price it at, let's say, $530,000 so you can have room for negotiation. If you price your property incorrectly and it sits for a long time, when investors look at it, they're going to think that something is wrong with it. Matter of fact, we just had a property come on my desk and it had been on the market for 70 days listed with a realtor. Now, in my opinion, it was overpriced, right? So now when investors are looking at it, they're thinking there's something wrong with the property, even though the seller told me that he's willing to take $100,000 less than what it's listed for. That brings me to mistake number 2. If you do list your property and you get somebody that calls you directly, always refer them to your realtor. There's no point of having a realtor that has the expertise and you're not allowing them to do their job. And side note, if you do list it with a realtor and they listen to your advice, you need to fire that realtor. A professional realtor is going to tell you, no, this is what you need to do. And if you're not going to list to the realtor, then you need to sell it yourself. Mistake number 3 is hiding major repairs from the buyer. Any prudent buyer is going to check out your property. Let's say you agreed to $150,000 to sell your property. That's a fair market price based on what you told them. And they come out there and they realize they have to redo all the plumbing. All that's going to do is hurt you. And if you're not budging on the price, let's say they deposit $1,500 to $5,000 earnest money, they would rather lose their $5,000 than risk losing $40,000. Mistake number 4, trying to fix up the house yourself. Unless you're a professional contractor, unless you know what you're doing, it's not worth fixing up yourself because number 1, you're going to overpay for repairs. Let's say you hire a handyman or a contractor to do it for you. You're going to overpay. And the reason why is because you are a regular person. When a contractor prices you, they're going to price you for a one-time job, right? But if they're dealing with an investor, the investor has a relationship with them. They're doing 5 to 10 properties a month or a year with the investor. So they're willing to give the investor a discount, or the investor has the contractor on staff with a set salary. So it's already baked into the price and they can get a discount on the repairs done. When you do it, it's going to cost you more, or this is just my experience. We just had this recently with the lady. You're going to try to do it yourself. You're going to give up. You're going to start the demo. And now you're knee deep into a repair and you've done all this work. You spent all this money, but it didn't really count because the investor is going to have to come through and redo all the work you just did. So avoid that mistake. Just sell it as is. The 5th mistake is being stuck on the Zillow price. In my opinion, Zillow is mostly accurate, but sometimes it can't take into consideration the repairs needed on the property. If your house is a fixer-upper, I highly recommend getting at least 3 investors. They're going to come out there for free because they want to buy the property, and getting an evaluation of what the property is worth. Ask questions. Ask what the rehab is going to be. Another thing you can do is get 3 different contractors to go out there. They're probably going to do it for free in hopes to win your business. But if you're simply using their expertise to get a bid on what it's going to cost to repair the house, then make sure you pay them. They're going to charge you anywhere from $50 to $250 to let you know how much it's going to cost to rehab the property, and you can subtract that from what the house is worth. Now, remember, an investor is also going to want to make profit, okay? So you have to take that into consideration. And bonus is taking the first offer. Let's say you inherited the house, you don't care about the house, you just want to get rid of it, and you're willing to literally take anything for the property. If you're serious about selling, I highly recommend getting at least 3 different offers from 3 different investors. And if you need an offer, you can always reach out to us. We would love to give you a cash offer on your property.